Texas, an ordinary morning and a life split into two. September 2019 began like any other day. John Pendleton woke up early, rushed through breakfast, kissed his children goodbye, and stepped out the door to go to work. There was no warning, no strange feeling, no sign that this single morning would redefine his entire existence. John was an ordinary working man from Texas, a father of two. Reliable, disciplined, and predictable in the best way. He worked hard, returned home every evening, and built his life around his family. Then one moment arrived, and everything ended. Or perhaps everything truly began. John came into contact with a high-voltage power line. More than 4,000 volts of electricity surged through his body, entering from the top of his head and tearing its way out through his neck. The flash was instant. The damage was catastrophic. The electricity burned him from the inside out. Muscles cooked. Nerves were destroyed. His body was left carrying injuries so severe they defied description. His co-workers knew immediately. This was no ordinary accident. It was a battle between life and death. John was airlifted to the hospital, unconscious, silent in the intensive care unit, his life hanging by a fragile thread. The doctors spoke honestly to his family. Even if he survived, they said, he might never walk again, never speak again. He might never be the same man who kissed his children that morning. John was placed on life support. Machines breathed for him. Tubes fed him. Skin grafts replaced what fire and electricity had taken away. Surgery followed surgery, each one carrying the risk of infection. Organ failure or sudden death. Every single day carried the same terrifying question. Would he wake up tomorrow? And still his family waited. They talked to him even when he could not answer. They held his hand. They prayed when hope felt painful and refused to let go. Then slowly something impossible began to happen. John opened his eyes. He squeezed a hand. He learned to breathe without machines, and that was only the beginning. The real war was learning how to live again inside a nearly destroyed body. Standing up. Taking a first step. Speaking a first word that once required no effort at all. Enduring unimaginable pain day after day, without knowing if recovery even had an end. But John did not surrender. Against every prediction he walked. He spoke, and eventually he came home. When photos of John before and after the accident were shared, the world paused. The scars, the burns, the marks of survival were undeniable. Yet the most powerful truth was simple. He was alive. Still a father. Still a husband. Still a man who refused to let one moment define his entire life. John Pendleton did not just survive electricity that should have killed him. He survived and returned home, and that is nothing short of a miracle. His story stands as proof that human will can rise even after unimaginable destruction.